Welcome here to a very special presentation of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports truly meets that thing called life. We're here inside the Great Lakes Honda City studios, and Great Lakes Honda City on 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard in Liverpool, New York is your place to go for new and used vehicles. You can get a sneak peek at greatlakeshondacity.com, and of course, proud to have them as our exclusive studio partner. I am here picture in picture with Rahjai Harris, and Rahjai here with me. And I have my East Carolina Pirate sweatshirt on. You got your Pirate stuff on as well. This was given to me by someone that I appreciate and have a lot of love for. That's Mike Houston, who spent many years building up that program at East Carolina, and give him some credit where credit is due. I love this sweatshirt because it's got this pouch, but not only it's got the normal inside pouch, and then it's got a zipper one where you could just kind of put stuff in here and keep it all fresh. Good for you. Keep it away from the rain and whatnot. So I got to give a shout outs. And as you remember, Rahjai, when we went over to Texas for the AAC kickoff last year in Dallas, Arlington area, my luggage did not come with me. So I had one t-shirt, one pair of shorts, one sweatshirt. So I was wearing my East Carolina stuff all over the place. So I guess I picked the right sweatshirt, right?
You definitely did. You picked the right colors, I tell you that.
So Rahjai, how we doing? How's everything?
Man, I can't complain, man. God is good. I got an opportunity to wake up this morning, man. So I'm just grateful for another opportunity in life. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, man. I feel the same way. You know, when you wake up in the morning, first thing you got to do is thank God for letting your eyes open, let yourself get out of bed, and just have another opportunity to make a difference in a positive way.
There you go. You already got it, man. You already there. That's sure.
Well, I was looking back at our video, and it's, you know, a beautiful thing about life when I talk about what I do and why I do it and whatnot. You and I spoke one time when it comes to doing an interview together, and I walked away from that telling you and telling your teammate, I was like, to me, like, I already care about you guys. We shook hands, gave a hug, and it was like we were friends right after that interview. And I feel blessed to have a lot of those relationships in my life. But we haven't talked as, like, literally that interview, and now here we are today. Yet from that moment, I have been rooting for you, and I just feel our friendship. You always get back to me. So I just want to thank you that the vibe of being like, this guy was a stranger, now after 20 minutes he's a friend, that you've definitely lived up to that.
Oh, man, I just got to thank you for giving me another opportunity to just, tell my story and just talk and let people hear my voice, man, and understand my grind, you feel what I'm saying? And you did that when I first met you, and, just a simple handshake could go a long way, you feel what I'm saying? And I already knew it was going to be a good vibe when I met you. You already said it when we first started, man. Coach Houston loves you, and if he love you, I love you, man. That's my guy, man. So I appreciate the relationship that me and you have, my guy.
No, and I appreciate it very much too. And I want to start there, with Mike Houston. Obviously, he was the coach, and then after a few games, they let him go and moved Blake into the interim place, and now Blake is the head coach of the team moving forward. How did you navigate through that? Because like you said, Mike Houston's your guy. Obviously, Blake as he's working as an offensive coordinator, so Blake Harrell. And so, I mean, what was that experience like from the inside to not have the guy that brought you in, but to still have a familiar face?
It was crazy, man. It was crazy because, for one, it was my last year. You feel what I'm saying? So I done been in East Carolina all these years with Coach Houston. He re-offered me when he first got there. So, being there 4 or 5 years with him was great. It was nothing but a blessing. You feel what I'm saying? I took full advantage of my opportunities. He didn't give me no false promises. He told me if I came in and worked, that it was going to be given to me.
Yeah.
So seeing him leave mid-season, it was more of what I was thinking for his family, for his kids, for his wife and stuff like that, man, because he was more than a coach to me. So I'm saying he's a leader, not just on the field, but off the field. He was just somebody that you wanted to be like. So seeing something like that happen to a guy like that, it definitely does something to you. But as a leader on the team, I couldn't even let the players see how much it affected me. You know what I'm saying? Because I still had to be the role guy for the team, the leader for the team. So going through that adversity was hard, definitely, but just pushing through and seeing the young guys push through for his name, was unbelievable, man. Shout out to Coach Harold, man, because he stepped in and wasn't no drop off. So that just tell you how Coach Houston prepared the coaching staff, the locker room, just to be ready for whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because we never know what was gonna happen. Nobody seen Coach Houston leaving after the Army game. It just happened, you know. So that just tell you what kind of team we had and what type of leadership we had on that team.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, there was no drop off from Mike to Blake. How did you feel like Blake Harrell handled that? How did you see? I mean, because Mike brings him in, and now here he is, the interim head coach for the season, and now he's the official head coach moving forward. How did you see Blake handle that situation right in the middle of the season?
Well, it was kind of like a blow to everybody, man, because we didn't know how to handle it. Coach Harold had never been a head coach before. So what he did, honestly, man, truthfully, man, he let the team kind of be player led. He let the leaders really have a true voice. Not saying that Coach Houston didn't let the leaders talk, but it was kind of like on the leaders to lead the team.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It was kind of like we had to understand that the players couldn't play, well, the coaches couldn't play this game. The players had to. So when everybody adapted that mentality, man, I swear we just hit the ground running, and we chased that 1% each and every day, man. Trying to just get better each and every day.
And you put down 1% on your social media all the time. What does that mean to you?
That just just be a better version of yourself, you know, and not just in football, but life. You know what I'm saying? As a husband, as a father, as a wife, as a kid, as anything, as a business owner, a teacher, just trying to be better, you know, and them areas in your life. And as long as you can look in the mirror and be proud of yourself, you're getting there for sure.
So, Rajai, for you, when you and I had spoken a year ago, there was a lot of positivity. Like I said, it was tangible, a lot of excitement. Now that was going into your final season in college, now reflecting on that final season, having played through it, 2024-25, 1,166 yards, so not a 1,000-yard rusher, an 1,100-yard rusher. On top of that, over 200 carries. You had double-digit touchdowns on the ground with 11. How do you reflect on a season that last time you and I spoke, you were going into it? Now we know that you came out 1,000-yard back.
A blessing, man. It was honestly a blessing. It started off pretty slow. But it's never about how you start anything. It's just about how you finish it, man. And I feel like I did a great job, man, finishing my career the right way. I always knew I could do it. I always knew I could rush for 1,000. I always knew we was gonna beat state. All this stuff, right, man. But we just knew we had to go out there and do it. Enough talking, enough saying what we was gonna do. Just let our actions speak louder than our words. And I think that's what not just me, but the whole leader, man. The guys that came in with me 2020, the guys that's still there,
Yeah.
we bought in, man. We bought in, and we understood what we had to do. We understood the assignment. Now we just knew we had to go execute it, man. And that's exactly what we did.
You said it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
Definitely.
you had your 5 seasons at East Carolina because the COVID year, you got that COVID extra because you were there for the 2020 season. And so last season, your first season of over 200 carries. Last season, your first season over 1,000 yards. Last season, your first season of double-digit rushing touchdowns. And last season, your best performance average on the ground, averaging more than halfway to a first down per carry with 5.7 yards a carry. So like you said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. What does
Yeah.
that mean to you that your best numbers all across the board came in your final moment to showcase yourself in college?
Well, that just shows you, man, that 1% that I tweet every day eventually had to add up. You feel what I'm saying? Eventually, all the hard work that I put in was going to come. You feel what I'm saying? And I knew I didn't want to go anywhere else to accomplish that goal. I know I didn't want to transfer to go find some more money. I know I didn't want to do that. You know, I was raised to get it out the mud, man. And that saying just means, man, grind, man. Just grind. You feel what I'm saying? The hard work's going to come as long as you grind it. You feel what I'm saying? It might get cloudy some days. It might rain some days. But eventually the sun got to come back out, man. So just trusting the process, man. As my last year went, like I said, it started off slow, man. But like you said, man, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, the 1%'s got to add up eventually. When you see what you've put in over the years, what would you say have been the consistent pillars in your life in the way that you approach things? There's pillars that are there every single day, right? Like you said, sometimes you have to get it out the mud, sometimes it rains, sometimes it's shining, but there's consistent pillars of building a foundation for your home. What are those pillars for you?
First off, is God, man. He never failed me, never, never failed me. And I feel like I've always been a church guy, always been in the church. My family's in the church, but I think 2022 when I tore my ACL was true. It was a turn for the positive. You feel me? I tell everybody that I don't even look at that ACL injury as a negative. You feel me? Because I feel the best I've ever felt now. So how is that possible?
Yeah.
One, God, and two, consistency. You know what I'm saying? Just being consistent in my work ethic, consistent in everything I do, not just on the field but off. And that's what I be trying to preach to the younger generation, man. It's good that you're being consistent on the field, but what can you do in other areas in your life to shape you as a better person? You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what I did. You feel what I'm saying? Just being consistent in my lifestyle and just give everything to God. I was on a podcast about 2 months ago, and I was telling people, man, when I let God get in the driver's seat, everything worked out perfect. You feel what I'm saying? I was telling people I was having God send the passenger while I was driving, but I just flipped that around. And when I flipped it around, everything turned positive for me, man. Everything got better for me, man. So God for sure, and just being consistent.
I love that. That whole Jesus take the wheel.
Oh,
So,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, I definitely can appreciate that. And I know that faith is important to you. It's incredibly important to me. To go a little bit deeper into your faith, what's your daily like with God?
So when I wake up in the morning, like you just said, man, I give a prayer, man. I thank God for everything He's blessed me with. I thank Him for just waking me up to give me another opportunity. And then when my daughters wake up, I have a 4-year-old and I have a 7-week old. And we talk to God, man, right before we eat every morning, man, and before we go to sleep, man. So I say I talk to God at least 3-4 times a day, and it could be as simple as me dropping down the road, cut the music off, and just have a conversation with him. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people don't understand, but your relationship with God is your relationship with God, and everybody's relationship with God is different. You feel what I'm saying? Just have a relationship with Him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I truly understood that, man, everything in my life got better. You feel what I'm saying? My relationship got better with my girl, my relationship with my kids, football, everything, my family, everything just got better, man. And, I encourage everybody just to build a relationship with Him, man, and let Him be the foundation of your life.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that relationship, it goes beyond religion. It goes beyond, all that stuff, that close personal bond. I tell people all the time, I'm like, I don't pray like once in the morning, once at night. I pray all day. Like we're constantly talking. There's always something going on. There's always a conversation. We talk in the car, we talk in the shower, we talk when I wake up, we talk when I go to sleep, we talk when I eat, we talk when I'm, just sitting somewhere, we talk when I'm working on something, before it, after it, during it. And so, I mean, it's an ongoing conversation. It's a phone. Essentially, it's a phone call that you never pick up and hear that beep, 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 beep. I mean, that line is always open. And I would love, for you to talk about that a little bit too. Like when you have a relationship with God, it's not simply like, hey, God, I'm going to come to you because I want this. All right, bring it to me. And then I'll thank you. It's, it's, hey, God, thank you so much for the fact that I got to wake up this morning, that I have the life that I have. God, there's something on my heart. I don't know which way to choose. Guide me toward you. Guard me from what is not of you. May your will be greater than my want. If I'm asking for something that is not good for me, then show me that it's not good for me. Help me to know. They say the most dangerous prayer that you can pray is, God, show me who they are, because He's going to show you, and that's either going to let you know to walk away, or He's going to show you, and that's going to, reaffirm with you that you're in the right place, or let you know that you're in the right place. So when you are having those conversations daily with God, how would you describe what it's like for you to just have that phone call that you never hear the drop line?
Man, really, man, it's to me, it's just Him ordering my steps, man, and him guiding me to be a better version. You feel what I'm saying? Like I tweet it out every day. Now I have to live it as well. I can't be fake. You feel what I'm saying? That's something I learned from Coach Houston. Don't be fake. So using God, and I don't want to say using because I'm not using Him, but I'm using Him as a guide. You feel what I'm saying, throughout life. But just allowing Him to guide me. You feel me? In whatever direction I need help in. You feel what I'm saying? Like you just said, man, there's so many different stuff that we can just ask for God. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, to guide me, to order my steps. That's a prayer that I give him every day. You feel what I'm saying? Just talking to him and just tell him, like, just point me in the right direction. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what direction I'm going, I just want it to be godly. You feel what I'm saying? I want it to be from God. You feel what I'm saying? And however that come and however that go is however it goes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For example, man, we had went to the grocery store, man, and this is random. It's a random thing, but I didn't want to go to the grocery store. I'm not really I don't like going out a lot, not just because I'm a public figure or anything like that, but I just don't like going to the grocery store with my girl. She be in there 2-3 hours. You feel what I'm saying? I just so I didn't want to go. I was dragging. I had a little attitude and not about going, but I ran into a man, and he was I was joking with. He was drinking a Budweiser outside the Walmart, and I'm like, man, you're a crazy guy drinking a Budweiser. Don't nobody drink no more. Man, we got to talking, man, and he was gonna kill himself when he left Walmart, and he was telling me that he was going through some things, and he didn't know like who to talk to, and I was telling him like, man, you gotta talk to God, blase, blase. Long story short, man, God put me in that position for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? To talk to that man. I didn't even go in the store, man. I was outside talking to him for 40 minutes. A random guy I never met, I never known, nothing like that, man. To this day, man, I still in convo with the guy, man. I'm not gonna put his name out there or anything, but I talked to him, man. He's an older guy, man. He has kids and everything, and he tells me that I'm a younger example. You feel what I'm saying? For him. You feel what I'm saying? So just being able to use what God has given me, my platform, and my mentality and stuff like that, just to talk to the generation, not just the younger generation, but the older generation, and try to, put some positivity in their ear. Yeah, that's all God. You feel what I'm saying? I've been through a lot in my life. And honestly, don't even, you feel me? I'm still surprised just seeing what I'm doing now for the community, man. But it's everything is in God's plan, and he's ordering my steps every single day, man. And I'm excited for it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not scared. I'm not afraid to shout his name out there loud. I really ain't.
Well, and like you said, and it was something that I've talked about recently, is you never know what somebody's going through, and it doesn't cost you anything to be nice. And like you said, if you don't say something to a total stranger, if you don't say, hey, like, what are you doing, like drinking out here and this and that, then you don't have that conversation. And for him to be so open and honest and say, like, hey, I was going to take my life today, like this is going to be it for me. And now you said you're still talking to him to this day. You're still keeping in touch with him now. I mean, that in and of itself is the truest form of people say this is cliche, that's cliche. And I always tell people, I go, cliche is another word for truth, because when they tell you, hey, you never know what someone's going through, and they're like, oh, that's so cliche. You literally had no idea what he was going through. And you have an example of your life now that if you reach out to a total stranger, if you open up a conversation, if you just say something to somebody, you never know where that's going to lead. And because of that conversation, because somebody cared, because somebody sat with him, because somebody showed him that he was seen and he mattered, that helped him to be still here today. And God worked through you to make sure that one of his children didn't come to him too early.
Definitely. That's exactly what I got from it. You took the words out of my mouth, my guy.
What has that done for you to have that example in your life when you have a low point, when you're complaining, when you're frustrated, when you're not getting what you want, when you want to swear, you want to yell, you feel like God isn't doing right by you? How does a moment like that kind of recenter you and refocus you?
That's one of the many things God have shown me, his true colors and his truth, you know what I'm saying? But stuff like that just shows you, man, that God's real, man, and he's out here, you know what I'm saying? He's using people daily to do what I did, the task I did, you know what I'm saying? And it's been plenty of people that just shook my hand one time, man, and I felt God through them. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta believe it. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they say I gotta see it to believe it and stuff like that. Well, you're seeing it every day. Every day you wake up, you're seeing it. You feel what I'm saying? You're seeing the gift that you got. You're seeing God's promises. You're seeing it all. You feel what I'm saying? Just by waking up, opening your eyes, you feel what I'm saying? Opening your eyes, listening out your ears and smelling out your nose. That's what my grandma said, you feel what I'm saying? So uh that's definitely the perfect example, man, and just, waking up in the morning, something like that. But man, God shows you throughout people, he
Yeah.
shows you throughout obstacles in life. He shows you in different ways that what his true colors is. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta understand it and you gotta listen.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing is we ask God all the time and then we don't listen for the answer.
Obedient. They
It,
don't be obedient. People don't be obedient. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's like God, I need money. Well, where's the money? I mean, I didn't. I mean, I'm waiting for it at the door.
You're
God, I want the
working
love of
for
my life. How come she didn't call me up right now and get my number from some? I mean, it's
it.
illogical. It's irrational to say, God, give me the person of my dreams, and the door's going to get a knock on it. God, I need to win the lottery, and you don't even buy a ticket, and a giant money bag just falls on the porch. I mean, it's funny how people will stop believing in God because they think that God is a genie and they rub the lamp and they make a wish and then they don't see it come through right away. And I want to remind people that as much as I love Robin Williams, there's no like blue genie coming out of a lamp here that is going to
Yeah,
grant you three wishes. And if God only listened to you three times and only heard you three times, wouldn't be a great God, right? So
yeah, I
I'd love
agree.
to dispel the rumor that God is a genie. And I think one of the things that you typically hear when people stop believing is he didn't do what I wanted when I wanted it. He let something happen. He didn't make something happen. I've asked him for this, but my mom died of cancer. I'm living in my car, and so typically when I hear of people stopping believing in God, it's a death in the family. It's somebody broke up with me. I'm not making enough money. People don't like me, and I feel like it always comes back to I made a wish and I didn't get it. So what am I supposed to do with this now? And I can't tell people why certain people die when they die. I don't know that answer. Only God knows that answer. But just to dispel the rumor and maybe give me some of your thoughts on the fact that God is not a genie. And when you encounter somebody who says, he didn't give me what I wanted, so I guess he's not real.
Yeah, so like a lot of people say, a lot of times where when people drink alcohol and stuff, and I don't know why this is a good example, but people drink alcohol and they get drunk. They a lot of times they say, "Well, I'm not drinking no more, and I'm gonna go to church tomorrow." And what else they be saying? God knows my heart and stuff like that. Man, that's just people talking, not doing. You feel what I'm saying? That's people that say they're gonna do things like I'm gonna go to church and never be at church. You feel what I'm saying? So how
Yeah.
do you expect consistent behavior? And how do you expect consistent out of God and you're not consistent in your own life? You feel what I'm saying? Because it's at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you gotta look in the mirror at yourself and understand what you're doing or what you're not doing to better off yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And you can talk to God and pour your heart out to God, but you gonna have to do some work yourself too. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a lot of people forget that. You feel what I'm saying? You can't just ask for something and don't put the work in. That's like asking for a bonus at your job and you work 3 days out the week and you feel what I'm saying? Don't come the other two. You feel what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So uh definitely on that, man. I strongly encourage the more consistent people is in their lifestyle, the better they'll be. And also just keeping God at the center of your lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? Not putting them at your feet. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people really, when they get what they want, they forget God, and or if they not getting what they want, they just forget God. You feel what I'm saying? God is true. You feel what I'm saying? No matter what you're going through, the good, the bad, the ugly, the stormy days, the sunny days, the rich days, the poor days, God is God. You feel what I'm saying? And we owe everything to him because without him, none of this would be possible. So um, I love talking about this. Is the topic right here that I love talking about. I can really talk about it all day just because of the testimonies he done did in my life. You feel what I'm saying? In my family life. And, just watching him do miracles over my stepmom right now. She had open heart surgery, a year ago, and she's doing the best she's ever been. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
that's
awesome.
a scary, scary situation right there, man. Just
Yeah.
trying to find a heart and make sure it's a match and make sure the heart's beating perfectly fine and all type of stuff. And that was something for her that kind of opened her eyes on just how good he is. You feel what I'm saying? She always believed, but a lot of times people, like I said, a lot of people got to just see it happen before they just believe it. You feel what I'm saying? So that was definitely a big blessing for her.
Well, I'm happy to hear that your stepmom is doing well, and
Yeah,
I pray for continued miracles and blessings upon her life, and that she is truly well and just getting started, being healthy, being happy, and being safe, and doing God's will for sure.
definitely, man. Definitely. I'm excited for her, man. I'm excited for the family, my little brothers. Uh, my little brother Chew is going to the 11th grade, and he's I think it was a 4 star. They put him at a 4 star yesterday. And then I have a younger brother, Caillou's going to the 7th grade, starting middle school football. So he's getting into that. And then I have a younger sister. She was a preemie. She was a premature baby. She came out 1 pound. Pops could literally hold her in his palm, man. And man, she's knocking down every record in track and field right now, man. So when we talk about God in this household, man, we really do keep him at the head of our household because he's done nothing but miracles for our life. You feel what I'm saying? Through the bad, through the good, and everything. You feel what I'm saying? So he's definitely the center of our life. I pray he's the center of your life, man, and because he just do miracles, man, every single day. And the one miracle that he does every day for us is open our eyes, man. So uh, I'm definitely blessed, and I'm definitely grateful for him.
And you mentioned your little sister, born a preemie, born a pound.
Yeah,
My first niece or nephew in this world, Carter, with a K. He was born so early, and first time I knew anything about preemies. I knew people, you're born early, born late, but didn't know anything about the preemie world. And I think he had 9 different surgeries, got through all this stuff, medical miracle, and then he did end up passing. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
no, I appreciate that.
Sorry to
And
hear
my
that.
buddy Jason, I mean, his father, my brother, him and I told him, I said I never cried over somebody I'd never met before. And
Yeah,
and there was just, and I still go back to that day. I know the restaurant I was in, I know all that. And Carter, I know he's watching over. And Jason kept trying, and they had Carly and Gracie, and Carly and Gracie are amazing. And he's told
yeah,
me before, he's like, I went in the bedroom, and he said one of my daughters was just in her crib, and she was looking, and she was talking. He's like, I know Carter's here. He's like, I think
yeah,
Carter comes to visit her, and I think she's talking to
yeah.
him. And so, I mean, I know the world of preemie, and God bless to your sister, because that is something that very hard to come through and come out of. And I know Carter's up in heaven. I know he's guiding Jason right now through a tough time. I know he's got his back, but man, like that made my day. Right, like I'm trying not to cry because that
Oh
truly made
man,
my
pull it
day.
out.
That your
Let it out,
that
man.
that made me really happy to hear your sister, born a pound and being a preemie, and that she's alive, she's well, she's out there doing her thing. Like may she
Definitely.
be a beacon of hope to every family whose child is born premature, because it's a really really scary thing for sure.
Definitely. Definitely, man. Sorry for your loss too, man. That ain't never good, man. I had a little sister pass away myself.
I'm sorry.
She had a hole in her heart when she was born, so she lived for 2 months, I believe. I held her one time, man, and she had a hole in her heart. And then my daughter, a 4 year old, she had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck when she came out. So she came out unresponsive. She had to sit in the NICU for 2.5 months. So I couldn't stay down here for 2.5 months. I had to go back and play ball, but just imagine what was on my mind during that time. You feel what I'm saying? I'm 5 hours away from my daughter who's in the NICU,
Yeah.
and I'm having to worry about what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Plus, do what I got to do for the team. You feel what I'm saying? So I definitely done been there, man. It's definitely not no good time, man. It's not no good feeling. But the man we've been talking about since we got on here, man, God, man, he'll get you through everything. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he guided me through it, man. He ordered my steps, man, and he taught me a lot during that time, man. So big shout out to him, man, for sure.
I'm sorry to hear about your sister, and God bless her up in heaven, and happy you got to hold her. I know you get to hold her again, and
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there's times where she's held you,
Oh
and
yeah.
and for I mean, talk about your daughter, and I'm happy that they're both okay and both doing well. 4 years old and a 7 week old, and I mean, I was born, my mom told me, she said, I was born blue. I was not breathing. Like they literally took me, like I was born and my mom was holding me, took me away from her, left the room. My mom's like, she's like, I'm sitting there like gasping for air, trying to breathe, and everybody's gone. I didn't know where they brought you. But yeah, she told me, she's like, you were born, I think my ABCAR score was 2. So I like wasn't breathing and all this stuff. And so to hear those stories and to hear, like the thought, thoughts going through her head, or what happens when a baby comes out and has low scores and isn't responsive and whatnot. I mean, that's just crazy, or not breathing. And to me, when my mom tells that story, it's like a different kid. I'm like, that's not me. Like, I'm here, I'm good, I'm okay. But I mean, you have those moments where, like, at the beginning of my life, there was a crisis. At the beginning of my life, God showed me, like, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. And literally, when they say he breathes life into you, when I was not breathing, he was my breath. So, and he continues to be my breath every day. It's funny how a baby that was born not breathing is a man who spends his life using his breath to try and help people. So,
Hey, yeah, give it to you now. Gotta give it to you. He's a wonderful guy, put it like that, and he works in mysterious ways. So man, he probably used he took your breathing away, man, because he knew you was gonna be using a lot of breath, man. That's what it was, man.
Hey, I'm gonna let you take a big deep breath, because you're not gonna take a deep breath for a while. But Rahjai Harris here with me on Wake Up Call this morning inside of the Great Lakes Honda City Studios, talking about God and how good God is. I have to, when you talked about all you've been through, and I know you mentioned some things, you said, my house keeps God at the head. God is the head of our household. What are some of the things that, besides what we've talked about, you went through personally? Because while you were saying this, there was guilt inside my heart. And I think a lot of people feel this, in the sense of, when you're watching an athlete, you're like, okay, well, there's the hole. Why didn't they run through it? Or why didn't they see that? Or why didn't they make that block and whatnot? And there's things that, I try to be constructive, because I would like to think I can look at a team that's struggling, or a player that's struggling, and that you and I are friends. You struggle, and whatever I write and whatever I talk about, that you'll still give me a hug afterwards, because the relationship is far more important than the story. And I don't know if a lot of people get that in the media. I hope that they will eventually start to see the God and see the story in that. But where the guilt I just felt, and I apologize to you and everybody who's ever picked up anything, is when you said to me, my daughter had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. She was dealing with all that. She's in the NICU. She's there for a couple months, and I'm down here playing football. That there was probably, and not that I said it about you, but I'm saying in general, like, when somebody saw you miss something, or you didn't make the right read, I mean, for goodness sakes, your mind, no matter what you try to do on that football field, that's your daughter. And I just want people to know from your story that players are humans too. And you might have missed this or missed that, or didn't make that read, or didn't run to the right spot, because you were thinking about your daughter and thinking to yourself, I can't wait to get off this football field and make a phone call.
Definitely, man. A lot of times too, man, like, man, there's so many stories out there, man, just being at ECU, man. Like, people have their dad or their mom. Like, I remember Miles Berry. I don't know if you remember him, man, but he played linebacker at ECU. His dad passed away, man, before a game. And he played the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people don't really understand it, man. Like, exactly what you said, man. People just look like, man, you should have made that play, or you should have made that cut, something like that. Well, man, there's a lot going on in his head right now. And plus, we got 300 pounders that's chasing us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every move that we make got to make sense, man. So battling that stuff, man. And ECU did a great job with the mental health and stuff like that too, man, and giving us a resource. So, man, battling that stuff was never alone. It was never alone. Like, man, Coach Houston let me go home for a solid week, man. A solid week. And I had to go back. You feel what I'm saying? It was kind of like, I got to get, you feel me? I got to chase a dream for my family. You feel what I'm saying? So it's either I stay here with my family,
yeah,
and lose an opportunity, or go back up there, grind for my family, and pray and make sure everything's good, man. But yeah, athletes go through a lot, man. They really do, man. I went through that. And man, I was so young, man. I was 18, 19 years old, man, and I didn't know what was going on, man. I didn't know if I was gonna have to leave college and drop out, and you feel what I'm saying? Because I just didn't know. You feel me? My daughter wasn't breathing. You feel what I'm saying? The same thing that happened with you happened to us. We ain't even, besides Destiny didn't even get to hold her. She literally came out, they cut the umbilical cord, they didn't allow me to cut it, and then exactly what they did with you, man, ran out the room. So Destiny's sitting right there on her back, and she's like, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? Doctor's not saying anything. Yeah. All type of stuff, man. But hey, it worked out for the better, man. She's blessed now. She's running around, active, smart. So, man, I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have her in my corner, man. I be trying to get her to help me with her baby sister, and she just be like, "Oh, she's crying too much, daddy," and stuff. You gotta help me. You gonna have to help me. But definitely a blessing, man. It's definitely a blessing.
I love that. I love that your 4-year-old's like, hey, she's crying too much. Make her stop. Put
her passy in. I did. She's still crying. I'm like, oh.
That's funny. But I mean, you talk about different things that happen and different things that people go through. I mean, I saw you reposted something and I reposted it as well. That your quarterback Holton decided to hang it up and retire from football. I mean, just to share that and your thoughts on that. I mean, he's a young gun out there, and he decided that this was time.
Yeah, man, you got to think, man. And that just goes back to the mental side too. And I'm not saying anything about the mental with him, but a lot of people don't understand, man. Like Holton just got married. He's probably looking to start his family now. Different direction in life. You know what I'm saying? So him just retiring from football as a whole, just shows you, man, like no matter who you is, man, when it's time to put it down, it's just time to put it down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just what it was with him. I haven't read the podcast yet. I haven't looked at it yet. But he did talk about it, go in depth a little bit about his decision and why he did what he did, man. And, like everybody's been posting, man, that's a great athlete right there. Not just at quarterback, man. I heard he was a baseball player and he could swing it out in the park too, man. So great athlete, 252 guy, man. So Greenville, North Carolina is his area. Hopefully they hang his jersey up or something, man, because everything he did, man, and the direction that program took, man, before he left, man, is unbelievable. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing but love for Holton. I actually talked to him before we jumped on here.
Oh, wow.
Him texting me, checking up on me, man, and that just shows you what our relationship was. It shows you how that locker room was. It just show you the type of person he is. You feel what I'm saying? It's nothing but respect to him, though, man. 12 is unbelievable, man. He really is unbelievable.
Yeah, back in 2022 for East Carolina, he had 3,708 passing yards, 67.2% completion percentage, 28 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. By the way, also back then, and a teammate of yours, this guy that some of y'all may know, Keaton Mitchell. I mean, hello. I mean, I got that man's rookie card with the Baltimore Ravens and all that stuff. What was it like working with him, and what can you say about him, and just what your thoughts are on maybe what he brings to an NFL franchise?
My first thought when I think about Keaton is speed, man. He's a speed demon, man, and I met Keaton, I was about 12, 13 years old, running AAU track. And the work that he's put in, man, to get to where he is now is unbelievable, man. You feel me? Everybody see what happens on the pretty green grass, but they don't see what happens in the dark. You feel what I'm saying? You don't see what leads up to that. Yeah. You feel me? That kid's been working all his life. So it's not surprising me that his career is taking off how it is. You feel what I'm saying? It's not surprising me that, he's in the NFL right now doing what he does. You feel what I'm saying? For one, his speed, his vision, his agility, his attributes of special teams. It's a lot of stuff I can say about Keith. You feel what I'm saying? He can do it all. He might be a little back, but he's not scared. Not scared to block. He's not scared between the tackles. It's just Key. That's just Key and Mitchell. You feel what I'm saying? And off the field, he's just a humble guy. You feel what I'm saying? And he got God in the center of his life as well, man. So, like I said before, man, as long as you got God in the center of your life and you've been consistent, the sky's the limit for you, man. And that's the perfect example of that.
Yeah, I think, I'm a card collector. I got a bunch of cards in the studio. I think we need to do like a personalized Keaton Mitchell, Rahjai Harris card. I think I need to have one of those in the studio.
Let's do it, man. Let's figure out how we can do that. Let's figure out how we can do it.
Yeah, I was like, when I'm looking at the name and I'm like Keaton, and to me I'm like that's so awesome because yeah, I mean I have his rookie card and he's one of those guys that stepped up in the backfield for the Ravens. Ravens usually have 2, 3, 4 guys trying to find somebody, and Keaton's
Mhm.
definitely done some good things and popped up. I play fantasy football, so you see people jumping to grab him a couple of years ago and whatnot. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get a personalized Keaton Mitchell, Rahjai Harris card. We got to make that happen.
Let's set it up, man. Just let me know what I need to do.
I definitely will. Before I let you go, looking at this NFL for you and this opportunity, just what you could say. I know you got to work out and train with the Buffalo Bills. I know you've gotten to do that recently here. So, just what the experience has been like NFL wise, teams that you talked to, working out with the Bills, just everything that you've had in connection with the NFL. For those that don't know, East Carolina ending to where we are right now, the experience of professional football, and just what your thoughts are.
When I got up there, man, and I'm gonna even start back before I got up there, man. That whole process of the combine and pro day is crazy. Due to the fact of like the work that you got to put in, you got to literally put in 6 days a week, man, to even come close to what you need to do at pro day. You feel what I'm saying? And that's mentally, that's physically, that's all of it. You feel what I'm saying? So leading up to pro day in the NFL was hectic. But once I got up there, man, and I got to practicing, man, I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but it's like second nature. You feel what I'm saying? When you work your whole life and you grinding for something and you finally get that opportunity, you can't blow it. You feel what I'm saying? You can't lay an egg. You just can't. You feel what I'm saying? So being prepared mentally more than physically was probably an advantage for me. Just because I knew I can compete with them physically. It was more up top. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, 2022 helped me with all that, man. It fixed me. It fixed my whole mindset as a man, as an athlete. So getting up there doing what I was doing, man, up there with the Bills was nothing but muscle memory, put it like that, man. And I went up there, I did my thing. But one thing I say the difference is it's business like. It's very business like. You feel what I'm saying? Everything has to make sense. You do 1,000 walkthroughs, you got meetings, all type of stuff. Practices wasn't that bad. It was more of you doing stuff that you're gonna do in the game. It was more like a focus on that. But other than that, man, it's football at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? You go out there and just play football and making sure you ain't doing nothing crazy to affect your image.
Well, like you said, I mean, going through it and this being second nature and whatnot, what did you take away from being around the Bills and just the organization, just what they have kind of left you with up to this point?
My relationships, man. I really took pride in the connections that I made due to the fact of man, you don't see it no more of people just building relationships. It's more people just stuck in their own way, acting weird, acting too big time and stuff like that. But man, when I got up there, man, I built relationships with guys, man. I met some guys that was up there. Um, Great guys, man. Made some relationships, man. Played against some of the guys, all type of stuff, man. But that was one of the biggest things, man. Just going up there, building relationships, talking to some guys, learning what they done been through. You feel what I'm saying, and understanding godly type people. You feel what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
you always have your people up there that act like they're something they're not, and stuff like that. But them just guys that you got to just speak to and just keep it moving, man. But just getting up there, man, really just building them relationships, man, building them connections for a lifetime, man, not just for right there, man. I'm thinking longevity, man. So when I'm talking and everything I'm talking about, man, is building relationships, man, for the future.
Yeah, and you just said the difference in this world. You're either a relationship person or you're a transactional person. Either you care about building bridges that you can walk back and forth on the rest of your life, or you care about treating somebody like an ATM and you're going to use the money till it's gone. You're a relationship person, I'm a relationship person. How do you approach and deal with transactional people?
I understood a long time ago, man. Everybody's not your friend, and if they are, everybody not not for you for a lifetime. They might be for a season. You feel what I'm saying? So understanding that, it just took a lot of, I guess it took a lot of heartbreaks growing up, not just between like females, but friends and family members, just people showing you their hand too many times. And eventually, man, when they keep on biting the hand that feeds you, eventually their hand gonna get sore. You ain't gonna keep on letting them bite it. You feel what I'm saying? So just understanding that, man, and having the parents that I have in my life, man, that taught me stuff like that at an early age, uh, was key. You know what I'm saying? Me and my bigger brother, my older brother, man, had to grow up pretty fast. Pops was working all the time. Mom was working. Stepmom was working, man. So my big brother had to put his big boy shoes on early. So, just being around older people, being around like-minded people, man, taught me a lot about people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, man, you can't call yourself a man if you can't shake my hand like one. You feel what I'm saying? And if you shake my hand like a female, I already know off top. Like, you feel me? Yeah, this ain't gonna end. This ain't gonna end the right way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It be stuff like that I noticed too. Eye contact, shaking somebody's hand the right way, how they talk to the janitor or the CEO, stuff like that, man. How you treat people, man. Because I'm big on that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Treat the CEO like I treat the janitor like the CEO. That's just how it is. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna treat one person bigger than another. That's just not me. You feel what I'm saying? And understanding people and being around people with the same mind as me definitely got me to where I'm at today.
Well, and you bring that up, and I'm sitting here. I mean, you are speaking my language at a time where I had to learn that lesson. You keep helping, they keep biting the hand that feeds them, and eventually you say, you know what? It doesn't make me a bad person to stop putting my hand out here getting bit all the time. And you talk about character, and there were two things that hit me in this place that I kept feeding and feeding, that kept biting my hand. They bring somebody new in, and I meet this person. I take him out to lunch, right? And I say, hey, let's go to lunch. Let's just have some time together and get to know each other. And the bill comes, and this was lunch. Bill was $92. I'm sitting here. I'm not trying to spend that type of money. You know what I mean, like that. So $92. What'd you say?
I said, that's for lunch. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. So a $92 lunch, and bill comes. Doesn't say anything. I take my card out, doesn't say anything. I, pay it, doesn't say anything. Leave the tip, doesn't say anything. Go outside, doesn't say anything. And he says, well, when you take me out again, like when you buy me lunch again. And to this day, he never said thank you. And I said, that's a character thing right there. And
that's exactly what it is.
And then the second red flag of this, like you said, when people shake your hand and this, that, whatever, it's one of those things where like they don't shake it and hold it. He kind of just kind of shakes it with it open, doesn't close, and just kind of let it go. And I remember sitting down with this person, and I've been broadcasting for over 2 decades. And this person said to me, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. And I said, well, obviously, whatever you're going to say now is going to tell me how to do my job. Yeah. And they pre-interviewed me and said, you're going to ask me this question. I'm going to give you this answer. Then you're going to move off the question. You're not going to ask me about the topic anymore. You're not going to ask me about this person. You're not. And I just remember sitting there saying, Daniel, you are too old and too seasoned in this world to look at someone who doesn't say thank you when you pay for a bill or doesn't even offer. And then somebody who just told you that they're going to tell you how to interview them. They're going to stage the question. And then they say, well, this person doesn't really work for us, but we're going to pretend like this person works for us. And I looked at all of that, and then I said to myself, nothing is going to get good after this. And since those moments happened, my hand has gotten bit so many times that I've made the decision that I'm walking away, because as much as I love the people and as much as I love helping, I cannot work in a place that is going to do those things that are so stark difference in my character.
Definitely, man. I felt that, man. I felt that so much, man. I don't had to cut off best friends, man. I don't had to cut off family members, man. It's all love. It's gonna always be love.
Yeah.
But I cannot turn this page in this book, man, until I remove you from it. You feel what I'm saying? And it'd be hard. You feel what I'm saying? You definitely have your days when you think about them. You don't hate them or anything like that. You just know that you're not gonna be able to transition to what you got to transition to. Be the better version of yourself. As I said earlier, man, until you remove people from a certain situation.
Yeah. And to me, you know, how you treat people, it says a lot. And it's not just me. Like if I saw somebody in front, if I was best friends with someone and I saw them treat you poorly, then my relationship with them changes. It's not
Definitely.
just, well, you treated me bad. Like I was around a guy before and he had said some racist things in front of me and I obviously was not cool with that. So one
Mm-hmm.
day my buddy comes, my buddy's African American, like a lot of my friends are, I mean all different colors of the rainbow, and Julian sits down and we're all having lunch and here's Julian talking to him and they're laughing, they're having a good time. They talk for 20 minutes and I said, "Okay, like maybe finally this guy's opening his heart." And Julian walks away and he's not even out the door. He's a few steps away. Guy looks at me. He said, "Don't ever let that N sit next to me again." And I looked
What?
at him and I was like, "The guy that you were just talking to and like laughing with?" He goes, "There's people that know me inside of this diner. I can't be seen with N's." And I said, "Well, that's not his name. I can go get him right now and bring him right back in so that you could tell him what you call him because that's not his God given name. But if you want, oh, no, 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 no." I said, "Why?" I said, "If you're comfortable calling him that to me, you should call it to his face." And
Definitely.
since that conversation, since that sit down and whatnot, we are not friends. I do not, I said to God, I said, "Hey, I will pray for him. I will hope the best for him, but I will not sit at a table with somebody that can live with that type of hate in their heart."
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But definitely, man, it's got them type of people out here, man. And all you can do is just pray for them, my guy. That's all you can do.
Yeah, got to be good, got to be kind, and got to remember we're trying to get back to heaven, not trying to get to the top of the mountain here on earth.
Come
So
on now. Come
before
on.
before we get into rapid fire, why should an NFL team? I know you worked out with the Bills, and obviously the hope of doing some more things there and having some opportunity, but in general, why does the NFL need Rahjai Harris?
First off, man, off the field, man, the character speaks. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like, as I transition, man, to this next phase of my life, man, why wouldn't the NFL want somebody with the character and the talent that I got? You feel what I'm saying? I'm blessed and fortunate to be in a position that I am in off the field. And I love to spread my voice and spread the love around, not just me, but my teammates and God, and just add it all together. But on the field, man, I'm a per dog. I said it in the most humblest way possible, man. Why wouldn't you want a guy that can run through you, run around you, juke you, get vertical, play special teams? Why wouldn't you want a guy like that? You feel what I'm saying? And every time I've talked to, man, I've told them just like that, man. I'm a dog. I know
Yeah.
you might hear it a lot, man, but talk is cheap. Give me the ball and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. And then that's exactly what I did, man. I wish I had the fam to show you, man, but that's exactly what I did, man. When I went up there, man, I did less talking and more working. You feel what I'm saying? To just show them who I am as a person, as a man, and as a football player. You feel what I'm saying? So any NFL team out there that sees this, just know, man, I'm a true dog in all phases of my life, not just on the field, but off the field, man. And I'm blessed with whatever opportunity that comes my way, and you'll get 100% out of Rahjai Harris every single day.
Yeah, and Rajay, I mean, just our conversation, the adversity you've been through, God at your center, God being the head of your household, dealing with adversity, doing it with a smile on your face, becoming better, coming out of all of that, being here on this earth, having conversations with strangers and helping to pay it forward and show other people, God, yes, you're talented. Yes, you have a lot to offer on the football field, but the person that you are, God, he takes care of his own and he will bring his own through whatever he's got to bring you through to teach us, to help us know. But I will say to any NFL franchise out there covering the NFL for a very, very long time, you got 32 teams. And to me, y'all, I mean, if you could have 40 teams, 50 teams, every single one of you should be looking at Rahjai Harris because I don't I don't say this about everybody. Met this guy and within 5 minutes, I knew that I wanted to support him. I knew I wanted to see him succeed, and I knew he was a good person. I remember standing there, because you were the last interview that I did, and I remember standing there and seeing you guys walk out, and I stood there, and I looked over at you by the doorway, and I just thought to myself, like, I just shook hands with this guy and gave him a hug. I want to run up and do it again, because there's just something about you and wanting to be around you, and I hope that the NFL teams know that, see that, and understand that. I know this from being in. When you are inside of a locker room, you have to have good character. You have to have good hearts. You have to have positivity. You have to have faith. You have to have God. And I've been in locker rooms that have a whole lot of talent, but did not have the God and the kindness and the goodness and the character. So I will say 32 NFL franchises. You can give me one spot of your 53 to put a guy in that locker room that's going to make the locker room better just by standing in there.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. And I strongly agree with that, man. And like I said, man, I'm the most humble but hungry guy you'll ever meet. You feel what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters to feed, man, and that speak volumes. I can end this conversation right there. You feel what I'm saying? I got 2 daughters to feed. You feel what I'm saying? So I sacrifice anything, man, to just be on the field. It's pretty green grass, man, and just play my work, man. I'm working every day, man. Literally, man. I'm consistent with my training. I'm consistent with everything in my life, man. So when that opportunity do present itself, I'll be more than ready. I'll be more than ready.
I love it. Well, let's jump into rapid fire. You get to put me on the hot seat first. What do you have for me?
Did you ever get your luggage back that you misplaced, man, that you lost, man?
So I'm gonna show you this. I'll see if I can bring it up. So I don't really mess with TikTok that much at the moment, but I have one video that's on there, and please don't flag this Facebook and YouTube because it's a notable song and copyright and whatever. But this is what I did, and I got my East Carolina thing on.
Oh,
wait for it.
Did you hugging it, man?
And it's all in slow motion. So while all these people are reuniting, so I said to my mom, I go, can you take a video of me, hit the slow-mo, and I'm going to do the music to reunite it, and it feels so good. And as all these people are seeing each other and like getting together and giving each other kisses and all that, I said, I'm going to hug my luggage like it's the woman I never found. So.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my guy.
And I'll tell you this, to this day, that luggage treat me better than any woman I've known up to this point.
Hey, nigga, you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong.
My question back to you is, if there was something and I know that we believe in God first and we're not materialistic people. I'm asking you this for the fun of the question. If your luggage got lost, what's the one thing you would never want to be in the lost luggage?
Definitely my wallet. I have to say my wallet for sure, man. My wallet, but then my shoes, man. Crazy story, man. I went on a cruise with me and my girlfriend. I had just bought some Amiris, man. I don't buy my stuff nothing for real, man, because like I told you, I got kids, man, so I got to focus on them. But I had just bought some shoes, some Amiri shoes, and if you don't know what them is, man, just look it up. But, man, I spilled some red wine all over my Amiris, you feel what I'm saying? So I have to say my wallet or my shoes, man. I can't live without my wallet or my shoes, man. I can't.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm looking in the studio right now at the Amiris here. They kind of look a little bit like Converse back in the day.
Yeah, it just depends on which ones you're looking at, man. And I gave them shoes to my brother when I got back off the cruise, man. So that just shows you I ain't really too into materialistic things, man. But my wallet and my shoes, man, I can't go without it.
The crystals here that are like North Carolina blue, they are $1,490. That's crazy.
I ain't pay that much. I ain't pay that. You ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't pay that.
Right, fair enough. What's your next question for me?
Next question. You in New York right now, right?
Yeah.
How often do you go like to Times Square or Canada, like out there towards Canada area?
So I am a Raptor fan from the beginning of the Raptors when they released the logo in 94 and came in 95, 96. And proof of that is literally right here in my studio, an autographed Damon Stoudemire card. Because I am
You legit.
I'm a big old Damon fan. So I haven't been to Toronto in a minute, but I do go to New York City for our Super Powered Pop, our entertainment show, and I cover New York Comic Con. So I will be there in the fall. And so I do that. And then I also cover the Big East, go to Madison Square Garden. So I'll do that as well. And around the same time period. So I do, yeah, I try to go. I mean, now I try to go at least once a year. I think, I don't even know how many years I've been covering Comic Con. It might be 8. But yeah, I try to go once a year. New York City is a great place to visit. I would never live there. So, but it's a great place to visit. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And the thing is like, I firmly have a pillow on my couch that says, dogs welcome, humans tolerated. And if you don't know what I mean by that, go to New York City and you might like humans, but you might like them a little bit less. So like, there's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of human beings. And listen, all love to New York City and all love to the experience of being there. It's just, I don't know how people don't go crazy living in that city. I think a lot of people do. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
My question back to you. Okay, I'm gonna have fun with this since you and I have a friendship. You're gonna create a movie. I'm a screenwriter. I like to screenwrite. It's something I like to do. So you're gonna be the screenwriter now. You can't be a football player. I can't be a broadcaster. So you got to give us. But we're gonna do a film. It's gonna be a comedy. You have to pick our profession. You have to pick the city we're in. And because I'm single, I'm not going to get you in trouble. You got to give me a girl that's an actress that's going to be my love interest in the movie.
So city, I have to say, bump it. We in New York with it. I ain't really never been out New York for real.
Okay.
We in New York. Profession, we are rap stars. We got our own little, stuff going on with the rappers.
Okay.
And for your wife, I say Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, shit. Listen, she's pretty, but she's mean.
Sometimes we need that though. We need that from our female. You need to be mean to them other people. You gotta be mean to people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make a little adjustment. I'm gonna say Megan Good. I'm gonna take Megan Good.
Hey, I'll take that too.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Megan Good because at least I know Megan Good has never interviewed her man about when she cheated on him. So
gosh.
What's your final question for me?
Final question. Is it any new watches that you bought?
Oh yeah. So yeah, because you know my Thanos watch. So
come on now, you thought I forgot.
So I have some you haven't seen. So my Punisher one I wear a lot. It's black and gold, and it's got the Punisher's skull in it, and it's got like this piece out, and there's like a piece of the clock. So I would say I wear the Punisher one a lot. I like my Spider-Man one, but that one's got to get fixed because one of the things came loose.
Oh man!
But I would say Thanos and this one. It looks like a Rolex. It's all silver and it's harder. It's not like it's not like the elastic band. It's a harder one, so it looks like a Rolex. It's really, really hard to see it if you're just walking by. But the Silver Surfer is on my watch, and with Fantastic Four coming out, that's one I'm probably gonna be rocking. So I'm probably gonna have the Surfer down with me.
Yeah, that's hard. Okay, wow, that's hard. I definitely you gotta send me some pictures when we get up out here.
No, I definitely will. My final question for you. If we were gonna make the Rahjai Harris line, and it had to be an accessory, it couldn't be like a shirt, pants, or shoes. It was an accessory. What accessory would you want to be like the Rahjai Harris line? The sunglasses, watches, chains. What would be like the Rahjai Harris collection?
You said it can't be hats?
I didn't say it can't be hats. It can be hats.
Yeah, I probably do the beanies. I do beanies or the hats, man. And just, I don't know. I put like some icy stuff on there, like some snowflakes or something like that. Something crazy, kind of simulate like who I am, like my nickname or something like that, man. But yeah, I definitely do hats, man. I don't know if you can tell, man. I got the hairline. So I do the hats or the beanies or something like that, or sunglasses. Okay. Sunglasses, socks. something like that. Something like that. I don't know.
Okay. And so you said you'd have snowflakes. What's the nickname?
Icy, man. I don't know, man. After I score, man, I'm always doing something like this, man. But that's been a nickname for me, man, for years, man. Long time.
So
Long time.
we're going to talk about how God connects people, how he connected us. Your nickname's Icy. My
Yeah.
nickname and my first DJ name when I was in college, Iceman.
Get out of here.
Dead serious. Like I still have the cup that has Iceman with the icicles on it.
That's crazy. That just shows you though. That shows you exactly like why we friends. That shows you exactly. God brought us together for a reason.
Yeah, so
That's
I like that. So when we make that movie, it's gonna be Icy and Iceman. I like that.
yeah, there you go.
So Megan Good, I know you just got married, but keep the situation open.
Definitely. Hopefully she watched this, huh?
With that being said, Rahjai Harris, NFL, you already know. Make the decision. Bring him into your locker room. You will not be disappointed. Rahjai, as always, I appreciate your time. We got to do more of this more often. I know you're in Duncan, South Carolina, but we definitely got to make sure that we link up and spend some time together, hopefully face to face soon. But you're always welcome to be here on the show. And I'm just happy that God helped us meet each other so we could be friends.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate our relationship, man. And I can't wait to see where it goes, man. I can't wait.
I'd like to thank you for watching and listening to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time inside the Great Lakes Honda City Studios on YouTube.com and Facebook.com, both / WakeUpCallDT, and on WakeUpCallDT.podbean.com. Once the shows go live, they jump into the archives, and you can find the ever-growing archive of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts, Player FM, Podbean, Podchaser.com, Podvine, Spotify, TuneIn, and YouTube. All you have to do is search Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, or one word, Wake Up Call DT. Make sure that you follow and subscribe for free on these many outlets. I'd like to thank everyone in North Carolina listening and watching, as well as the visitors to North Carolina. Make sure when you're in the great state of North Carolina, whether living there or visiting, to head to Brooklyn Pickle on 1788 Old Morganton Road in Southern Pines, North Carolina, less than 10 minutes from Pinehurst Golf Course that the PGA knows all too well. Remember, at Brooklyn Pickle, a half is a whole sandwich, and a whole is like eating 2 sandwiches. Definitely get what you pay for at the Brooklyn Pickle. Head there today in Southern Pines, North Carolina. And many thanks to our team of partners in Central and Upstate New York. Make sure to support Great Lakes Honda City, Carvel DeWitt, the Wildcat Sports Pub, K9 Campground Dog Boarding, Chick-fil-A Cicero, Brian's Landing, MON-FRI, the snack capital of the world, K9 Camp Dog Daycare, Pizza Man, Mother's Cupboard, GG Cards and Breaks, and Avicoli's. And remember that Wake Up Call is the exclusive multimedia marketing partner of your Lemoyne College Dolphins, Bryan and Stratton College Bobcats of Syracuse, and your Binghamton University Bearcats. You will find Lemoyne Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and Binghamton Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. To find all of these wonderful schools' growing archives, you can go to youtube.com / WakeUpCallDT, click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and find our Lemoyne playlist, our BSC Syracuse playlist, and our Binghamton playlist. You can also find all of these schools by going to WakeUpCallDT.com's homepage and underneath the Exclusive Partners tab. For more information on the Dolphins, go to LeMoyneDolphins.com. On the Bobcats, go to Syracuse.bscbobcats.com. And for the Bearcats, go to BinghamtonBearcats.com. Once again, thank you for watching and listening to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports truly meets that thing called life. Find us 24/7 on Facebook at WakeUpCallDT, X at CallDT, and Instagram at WakeUpCall_DT. For now and for always, God bless, no stress, do your best. From the Great Lakes Honda City Studios, this is Wake Up Call. And remember, you matter. Every day, all the time. Be good to yourself and be good to others. God bless you.